Alright, today we're gonna talk about double raging rook once again, and this time you are white. It is an obvious sign that the black is going to do something special, and as always, you can open up the diagonal, and he moves to the left with the rook, and this is the important move. Because he can push this pawn, right? And for example, if you push this pawn instead and he pushes as well, this is going to be a little bit risky because this square is unprotected. Since his this diagonal is still close, there shouldn't be anything to worry about, but just in case, I strongly recommend you to play Rook 3-2 first. And after this pawn push, you can move the gold in order to create better defense around the central rook. And he opens up this diagonal and silver develops like that. And this is a turning point. He can also launch surprise attack like this, but you can calmly take it. When he recaptures, you can exchange bishop. And this drop is going to be great. So pawn 4 is going to be good for you. Rook runs, and never promote your bishop on 2-7 because now you're going to be trouble, right? If horse runs, he can promote your rook. So instead of 2-7, 6-7 is great. Now you are forking this pawn and knight, and his rook cannot go back to the old position, and your defense is solid, so you are better. Alright, all the way. Since this pawn push was risky, so he's gonna do something else, and this is also possible. If you play carelessly, for example, like that, again, this move is great, and this is going to be the only way to protect this square, but then he reopens up this diagonal to attack your rook, so this is clearly bad for you. So after you see this, you need to be able to focus on this square because this is the one he is attacking, try to attack. So after this pawn push will be great. Then you can protect effectively like that. Even if he tries to attack this pawn this time, this is great. Now he can't go to 2-6 again because it's protected by the bishop. So since this pawn push is great, so this surprise attack doesn't work. So he might move to the right with a king to castle. Then you can castle too. In this position, this is kind of a risky move because if he offers bishop exchange, he might be able to drop a bishop right here because you just created empty space. So if you are not so confident about this variation, you need to close this diagonal instead. Then you will be fine. And both players keep castling like that. And this is possible to focus on the central file, and he can even offer silver exchange But this is going to be great because if silver develops, you can open up the diagonal. Now this square is protected by 2 pieces, so silver exchange won't happen. And even worse, this silver is trapped, so you can push this pawn to kill this silver in the near future. And bishop develops. If you push this pawn here, he can push this pawn to offer bishop exchange. It is possible because your bishop is loose, right? So this pawn push is a little too soon. And instead of this, knight jump would be great. Then you can push this pawn next. Like this. Okay. And here he also, it is also for him to push this pawn to go for Ishida style. This is going to be a very popular position as well. Then you can push this pawn in order to prepare for this attack. You can go for high Mino castle. Like that. If he doesn't build the Ishida style, you don't have to rush yourself to go this way, because a flat Mino is more solid. Instead, you can add more pressure on this pawn by this silver development. This is great. And he has to wait by pushing edge pawn. Then you can build a high Mino in order to reinforce the central file. Now he can't exchange pawns. He take over this vanguard position as well, but it's not a big deal, and you can keep moving forward by the rook, with the rook, and you can jump this knight and push this edge pawn to develop your bishop as well, and you're going to have more options than black. Okay, all the way back to this position. And lastly, we're gonna talk about a quick move by black. Instead of castling, black is developing this silver to launch quick attack. But it won't happen as long as your two generals stays on the second rank. So you shouldn't be too afraid of it, and you can exchange pawns first and go back to 3-4. And silver 3-3 is cool because it's a popular move for ranging rook style. Then it goes to 4-4. It is important because if it goes the opposite side, he can push this pawn anytime to offer bishop exchange, so you need to be careful. So silver 4-4 is safer. Then you can develop the knight and the edge pawn. This bishop development is also a famous move. It is focusing on the edge, but before this edge attack happened, you can build better offensive positions. It usually takes more time for black, and this move is great because now you can pin the gold. If it goes to the right, bishop can promote, right? So it is great. It is great because you exchanged pawn, right? Now it's this diagonal is open right here. And next you can develop this silver this way or possibly this way to exchange silver exchange as well. And silver exchange happens, knight gets to develop and focus on the square. So your attack can be more aggressive than black. And once you achieve this position, you are so ready for harsh attack. And black tends to be more defensive because your camp is flat. So basically, it's impossible for black to penetrate your defense. Alright, that's all for this video. Since my videos about double ranging rook are getting more views, and I'm also getting some requests from my friends to make more about this. And since this kind of combinations, third file rook and central file rook is also popular, so once you get the hang of it, you can be better prepared next time. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.